Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for joining me today on Illy Energy. It is a pleasure to have you here. Before we get started, this is for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising. It can also be for your Venus, Mercury, or Mars. If you're watching this and it doesn't apply, that's okay, no problem. Perhaps you need to go and check out your Moon, Rising, etc. We are working with current energy here. Energy is not finite, it's always moving and changing. So in the event that you hear something today, you don't really like it, that's okay. Your circumstances is always subject to change, and you always possess the tools to change your future, okay? So we are gonna get started. I am excited to see what is in store for Taurus and what it is that Taurans need to know. Because y'all's big sis, Capricorn, was super on that money. So let's see what you guys are on. What does Taurus need to know? Okay. We have the Four of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Some good energy to have off that. A lot of you have been putting into a relationship and you're not really sure whether or not it's going to pay off. Or you're putting a lot into a relationship and you're not seeing the results. To the point where you have needed to take a step back. I'm getting the sense that you're not really happy. And the reason I'm saying that is because the Nine of Cups is such a prideful and proud and boastful card, because it's like, look at all of the things that I have. And that's how you felt about your relationship. I feel like for you, your relationship was sort of like the icing on the cake. Like you had everything else going on for you, and then you finally got that person that you wanted, and you're like, yeah, like I got it all. Like, look at me, I'm Gucci, right? But some things started happening and you're kind of like, is this really all I wanted? You're kind of having like a not all that glitters is gold moment in terms of your partnership with this person. And you have said, you know what, I need a break. How is the break going for you, and how does your partner feel about the break? See, all of you guys, Taurus is just like, no long talking. Let's just get everything out right now, because you guys keep spitting out 3 cards at a time for me. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Eight of Cups. So your partner is a little bit conflicted, to be honest. This is the energy that I'm getting. It's like, yes, your partner may have agreed at some point in time like this is the right thing to do because it could usher in a new beginning for us. But the more your partner has time to sit and reflect and look at things for what they really are, the more your partner is ready to bounce, baby. Deuces. They are ready to skedaddle. I wonder how you feel about that. Nine of Pentacles. I feel like that just makes you want to work even harder for this. So, okay. So it's funny because I'm getting kind of like you initiated something. You said you want to go. And now that you may see that your partner is kind of hesitant or resistant to getting back together with you, you're kind of like, okay, well, let's work on it. It's like you're moving from a skeptical space to no, I can see where this is gonna go. Like, I can see the future again. All I'm gonna say is don't make decisions because you don't want to be alone. And this is something that I told Pisces, and I'm gonna tell you as well. Don't be afraid to be alone. What else does Taurus need to know? So Taurus don't need to know anything else? Taurus knows everything? Yeah. Nine of Swords. You have a lot on your mind. There is a lot. Yep. Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords. There's a lot on your mind. And that's probably why you aren't even really interested in this partnership anymore. It's not necessarily that you don't feel the same way for your person anymore. It's just that you have a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things going on for you, and you have not spoken up. You have not articulated yourself clear enough for your person to understand. Which, Taurus, if you're not talking to people, if you're not expressing yourself, if you're not saying what's on your mind, how do you expect people to know what's going on with you? I'm just asking. Concerned citizen here. I just want to know. People are not mind readers. I will continue to say this. People are not mind readers. People know what you tell them, okay? Especially if you are dealing with someone that you don't see very often, or you don't connect with this person very often. They are only going to know what it is that you share with them. If you are holding back things and you're living too in your head about situations and not clearly expressing yourself, people are not going to know how it is that you're feeling. Okay. What else do you need to know? Ten of Cups. Yeah. So this applies, I'm trying to figure out which side I want to put it on. This applies to both you and your person. The both of you can see a future here. The both of you are really into family life when it comes to each other. I think what you have to do is just let go of expectations. That's what I'm hearing here. I feel like, yeah, you had, like I was saying before, you had certain expectations about how things are supposed to go, and they're not necessarily going in that direction. It could be because you had certain expectations of this person and they're not fulfilling them. And it can also be in part that you are going through certain things and you're not able to cultivate a relationship that you want. And I think that's something that you need to take into consideration. It's like, yes, you have all these opinions about your partner, what it is that they are doing and what they aren't doing, but what are you doing? Okay? And what you're doing is you're going through your things and you're not talking about it, which is creating a volatile situation. We have the Lovers here as well at the bottom of the deck. I love to see these two cards beside each other because they just look so similar. But I think if you keep love at the center of what it is that you're doing with this person, you are going to be okay. You are going to be all right. You are eventually going to get that happy family situation. But you do need to take time for yourself. I do think you need to take time for yourself. And I definitely think that this break was necessary. This break is needed in order for you to start again from the ground up, okay? So if you are dealing with Taurus and you're watching for Taurus because you want to know what's going on with Taurus, okay? And you want to know why Taurus left. Taurus left because Taurus needed to leave, okay? Taurus, you needed to leave. You had to exit. You had to take that, guys. You had to take that time for yourself. It was necessary. The Tower speaks to shaking the table. It speaks to shaking things up. It speaks to massive 180 type of change. And this is something that absolutely needed to happen in order to start anew, okay? So Taurus, like I was saying before, don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to separate during this time. If your person is really your person, they will understand the need for the separation, okay? During the separation, what I challenge you to do, Taurus, is to work on your communication, work on your throat chakra, work on how you express yourself, okay? Communication is at the center of every single relationship, and if you are a poor communicator, then the relationship is not going to work. You may think that you're really good at communicating, but you can't be that good at communicating with all this mental anguish that you're going through. I'm getting that you're really stuck in your head, and this is gonna sound bad, but you think too much. You overthink things, you overanalyze, and you need to cut it out. Okay, you need to cut it out. If you are so in your head, when do you actually have time to really express exactly how you are feeling? And that's not what and you're not doing that. Okay? You are not doing that at all. I just want to know if there's anything else that Taurus needs to know, because I feel like these readings are getting pretty short. But I hope that you really took what I said into account, Taurus, and you're really willing to challenge yourself, because that's your challenge for the month of July. Your challenge is to, while you're taking this time, really focus on bettering yourself and improving yourself, especially in the area of communication, okay? It's going to require some humbling, which may not necessarily be something that you want to do, but you want your tower moment to have some purpose. You want the break that it is that you're taking from this person to have some purpose. What is the point of putting a pause on something just to return and be exactly the same? So whatever it is that you're working through, whatever it is that's ailing you, you need to work through that, and you need to learn to express yourself a little bit more. If you come back to the table presenting the same thing, partner will definitely leave you and let you be. I want to know if there's anything else. I saw the High Priestess. So you already know that you have communication issues. You already know that. You know these things, and it's kind of like you don't want to hear it. You're like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But you have to. You can't be out here seeking partnerships with people and not be willing to listen. What is the point? Be by yourself. And you don't want to be by yourself. So what you got to do, you got to work on yourself. Work on it. It's going to pay off. Remove the skepticism that you have about whether or not this is going to work out, because it is going to work out. And you're seeing the fruits of the labor here. It has the potential to work out. You just got to have a little bit of faith. You have to have some faith, and you have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to let go of what's no longer serving you. You're so stuck in your ways, stubborn. Your way of the highway type of energy, you need to forego that so that the true love can come in that you deserve, because you deserve it. Not only do you deserve it, but it is something that you want. We have the Emperor. You may be receiving this message from somebody who you respect. Perhaps you've spoken about this situation to somebody that you do respect, and they're also saying the same thing. So perhaps the messaging coming from somebody who you value will hit home more. Any other thing that Taurus needs to know before we wrap this up? One more time. Yep. Queen of Cups. Aw, Taurus. Taurus. I know. I'm asking you to change how you are and move out of your current energy. And it might be upsetting you a little bit. It might have you feeling like, so you want me to be like vulnerable? Because I think that's what it is. I think that's the issue here. That might be what you're struggling with, actually, when it comes to the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Not only are you struggling to find your voice, okay, but you're also struggling to find emotional stability and emotional vulnerability. But again, Taurus, how you out here wanting a relationship and you're not willing to work on those things? You got to work on those things. That's your challenge, okay? Your challenge is to work not only on your throat chakra, but on your heart chakra, okay? You have to get those emotions in check, baby. While you're on your break, take the time to get yourself together. Now we are moving into the angel cards. What messages do the angels have for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know? How are you going to help Taurus move forward? We have the ocean. I haven't gotten this one in a while. I really don't remember the last time I got it, so I have to look it up. So we have the ocean. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even in the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. This card comes to you because of your connection with the ocean. It's a sign that you need to spend more time near the sea, perhaps during a vacation or as a home base. The angels will help you with this endeavor if you ask and allow them to. The ocean, air, and water inspires you to heal. Take sea salt baths to detoxify, drink more water, connect with dolphins and other sea dwellers. You have an ocean-related past life. Learn a water sport such as diving, sailing, or snorkeling. Okay? When I think about the ocean and especially in relation to this reading, when I think about water, I think about intuition and I think about connecting with my emotional self. That's why they suggest taking baths and stuff like that when you want to relax and practice self-care. If you're living in an area where you aren't able to go to an ocean or you don't have an ocean, as suggested, take some sea salt baths, take a bath to detoxify, take a bath to relax, take a bath to reflect and get in tune with yourself. And that's what I was saying that the challenge was for you for July. It's to get in tune with yourself, to spend time with yourself, to recalibrate yourself and get yourself in a position where you are able to better yourself, not only for your partner, but it's always important for you to better yourself for you. A lot of people do things in life because they want to appease people and make people happy, but we have to always give to ourselves first. And that's what I'm going to ask you to do. Give to yourself first and do things that are going to make you a better you. If you do have the opportunity to be outside and connect to nature, do that as well. It will really help with the grounding aspect of yourself. It will help ground yourself. It will really help you with the mental anguish that you're experiencing. If you're working too much or you've got a lot of things going on, you need to take a pause, either take a bath, go spend some time by water, or spend some time in nature. Rest is not everyday sleep, okay? Although you might be tired, I get it, but this is calling for you to go outside and go connect. Okay, Taurus? That is your reading. Thank you. I'll see you in August.